channel. Today what I'm going to be talking about is steady state workouts. And it's not, for lack of a better word, it's not like an aerobic type of thing. This right here is something that we did when we were in high school. And the thing about it is, we would take a weight. We would take that weight and we would lift that weight until we became accustomed to it. Naturally, before you start this, you want to warm yourself up. But the trick to this is that it allowed you to be able to become more familiar with the weights and more familiar with the feel of your muscles as you are using the weight. If you're one of those type of people that you are a ego lifter, then this right here pretty much won't interest you, I don't think. Simply because it's a workout in which you are concentrating strictly on you and the weight and adding weight in a industry type exercise. Now, what we would do, and a lot of people used to talk about the fact that I said 135 pounds is enough, and most people can't really handle 135 pounds, and which is pretty much true, because what we would do, we would start off with 135 pounds, and we would lift that 135 pounds every other day. Not necessarily paying attention to how many days a week you're working out, but it was nothing but 5 sets of 10 for each body part: chest, arm, legs, back, shoulders, calves. But we was doing one exercise for the whole. We know naturally this right here is not enough to get every aspect of the muscle, but it gave you a good grounding as far as you becoming familiar with the weights, you becoming familiar with the muscles flexing and stuff like that. And that was the whole purpose of lifting weights like this. But at the same time, you was getting your whole body in condition at once. And you're basically working out every other day. If you miss a day, then you miss a day. Because of whatever, but we were young, and there's no telling what would cause us to miss a gym session. But most of the time we didn't miss because we was geared up trying to add those extra 10 pounds. And we would move up in 10-pound increments, but not like the norm. We would take that 135 pounds. We're going to talk about the bench press because that's what most people are impressed with, is the bench press. We'll take the bench press and we would bench press 5 sets of 10. And most of the time, most guys couldn't do the 5 sets of 10 simply because they were not used to that amount of volume all the time. That means you're not starting from a lighter weight, working your way up to the heavier weight. You're starting at that weight, 135 pounds. Again, I just have to reiterate this. Make sure you warm yourself up before you do it. We want to warm your whole body up. If you don't do nothing but a 10 to 15 minute walk on the treadmill or walk around the block in the neighborhood, if you're working out at home, because all of this is nothing but basic. There's no machines, all basic. That's all we did. Okay, we would take that 135 with bent over rows, with squats, bench presses. We'll take that barbell bar and we'll do our curls, and we'll also use that barbell bar with close grip benches for the triceps. Shoulder presses was the bar. Everything we used was the barbell. And it was always with a weight we can do 10 reps with. But the trick to it is doing 5 sets of it. And we would take that bench press and we'll do 10 reps. And if we failed at getting 5, we would continue to stay with that 135 pounds until we were able to do all 5 sets of 10 reps. And then we would add a 5 on each side, 10 pounds. And we would do that 5 sets of 10. And we would keep doing that until we got up to 225, being able to do 5 sets of 10, 235, 5 sets of 10, and also 245, 5 sets of 10. And you keep doing that as long as you have that strength to do it. The only way we started pyramiding up to try to get to heavier weights is that we hit that wall. We hit that wall to where once we got up to a certain weight and we started off with that weight and we were not able to do the 5 sets of 10, then we started the general industry of pyramiding up. But that's the way we built a good physique, a good base, a good foundation. But you was talking about young guys who was filling out really rapidly like that. A friend of mine, like I told you all before, if you all are new, I had a friend of mine, he had legitimate 20-inch arms naturally. And we was talking about in our teens. This guy had 3X shirts. He would have to cut the sleeves off of it so his arms can fit in there. And I'm talking about a muscular arm. We're not talking about a fat person. Like I said before, a fat person can get 24, 25-inch arms, you know, but it's not muscle. This guy had legitimate, perfectly round bicep, perfect hanging, swooping triceps. And it was all from doing what I'm telling you, that the way we train. And that right there is what we did when we were young. But we had real good builds, functional bodies with that type of weight training. And, you know, back when you were young, you ate whatever, you know, because your metabolism was so fast until it didn't really make much of a difference. But we built some really nice physiques that way. So it's more of a steady state of a weight. That's the way we did it. That's something I thought I'd share with y'all before I head off to work, because I got to go do yet another 12 hours. So anyway, that's what I want to talk to y'all about. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And again, I'll be talking to you later.